Hello, everybody. We are coming in hot today. We're getting the show started strong with Sex With Me right on the top of the show. That's right. You know how this game is played. We're going to play it. We got some one-word suggestions in the chat. Let's go. Sex with me is like a pancake. Go!
Sex with me is like a pancake. I'm very flat afterwards from all the pressure that's been applied to me.
Sex with me is like a pancake. We're gonna get stacked on top of each other.
Sex with me is like a pancake. It's better when it's really sticky with all kinds of syrup and butter and whipped cream and stuff.
Sex with me is like a pancake. We try to make fun shapes with it, but it just comes out a mess.
Sex with me is like a pancake. You think you want one in the morning, and then it's too much.
Sex with me is like, go ahead.
It's like a pancake, because it's real crepey.
Sex with me is like a pancake. I hop. You want to bang me.
Sex with me is like a pancake. You're considering it, but then you waffle.
Sex with me is like a pancake. Let's make this biz quick.
Oh!
Sex with me is like a pancake. My mom is better at it than I am.
Sex with me is like a pancake. I will jack your flap.
Oh, God. All right. CD-ROM. Sex with me is like a CD-ROM.
Sex with me is like a CD-ROM. Remember those? It's been a while.
Sex with me is like a CD-ROM. It's mostly at the dump.
Sex with me is like a CD-ROM. It's been replaced by the thumb drive.
Sex with me is like a CD-ROM, preferable to a floppy.
Oh! Okay, that was a good one.
Wait, I have one more.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sex with me is like a CD-ROM. There's a hole in the middle.
Okay, if let's do body pillow. Sex with me is like a body pillow.
Sex with me is like a body pillow.
What?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right. Yeah. I'm trying to think of waifu
Sex
jokes.
with me is like a body pillow, long but soft.
Oh, hey.
Did I get Bernied?
You got Bernie.
Oh, no. Hello.
Oh, no, sorry. Wrong button. Let's do inner tube. Sex with me is like an inner tube.
I know Liz has one for this. Sex with me is like an inner tube.
You do it. You do it.
There's a hole in the middle.
Sex
with me is like an inner tube. It'll be a lifesaver.
Hey-o.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. Most excited to do it when you're young, but as you get older, you kind of just lose interest.
Sex with me is like an inner tube and whitewater rafting. It's not as safe as it seems.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. You can rent it for a half day at the water park.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. I'm in your tube.
Sex with
me is like an inner tube. If you sit on me, I lose a little bit of air.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. Low pressure.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. It's best when it's inflated all the way.
Sex with me is like an inner tube. Federal regulations require a lot of it on every ship.
All right. Weird one. Geranium. Sex with me is like a geranium.
Sex with me is like a geranium. The smell of it makes me think I'm a grandma.
Sex with me is like a geranium. Don't forget water.
Sex with me is like a geranium. I have a vague understanding of what it is, but the details elude me.
Sex with me is like a geranium. It's a deflower.
Sex with me is like a geranium. Soil at the bottom.
Okay. Sex with me is like, and this is coming from the internet, guys, a hurt stable boy. I did emotion plus job. A hurt stable boy. Make
Hurts
of it what
rent a
you
car?
will.
I like rent a car better.
All right, sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. Go.
Sex with me is like Hertz Rent a Car. I'm represented by O.J. Simpson in the 90s.
Wow.
Sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. Find me at the airport. You know where to find me. I'm in the. You got to walk a little ways, but I'm under the parking garage.
Sex with me is like Hertz rental car when somehow you can't even afford one on budget.
Sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. If you don't fill the tank, it's gonna cost extra.
Sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. I'll get you up. That's Enterprise rent a car.
Sex with me is like Hertz Rent a Car. Just go to the parking lot and pick whichever one you like best.
It's like Hertz rental car. You'll probably get charged for damages that you may not have inflicted, and if you didn't take pictures beforehand, there's no way for you to confirm.
Sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. It's very obvious that there have been a lot of other people inside of me.
Sex with me is like a Hertz rental car in an airport garage and nowhere else.
Sex with me is like Hertz rent a car. You can't do it until you're 25.
Oh my God. All right. Sex with me is like, and we can maybe this will morph into something else too. Intimidated shark. Sex with me is like intimidated shark. If you want to let's do, what's the shark? Baby shark.
Baby
Sex
shark.
with me is like baby shark. Sex with me is like baby shark.
Sex with me is like Baby Shark. I've somehow managed to avoid learning what it is. I don't know what it is.
Oh no.
Sex with me is like Baby Shark, annoying to most parents.
Sex with me is like Baby Shark. I think it involves doo-doo.
Sex was like Baby Shark. I'm just gonna keep repeating Baby Shark over and over again.
Sex with me is like Baby Shark, an internet sensation.
Sex with me is like Baby Shark. You know, it sucks.
Oh, Sex was like Baby Shark. There's a special edition with James Corden.
Sex with me is like a baby shark. It was really popular for like a half a second, and now we just want to move on.
All right, I'll take that as a hint. You want to move on from that suggestion. And sex with me is like bowling. Sex with me is like bowling.
Sex with me is like bowling. Put your fingers in the holes.
Sex was like bowling. I know you'll always come back.
Sex with me is like bowling. Rack 'em up, knock 'em down.
Sex with me is like bowling. You're going to end up in the gutter.
Sex with me is like bowling. You need special shoes or you're not allowed.
Oh, we had
Sex with me is like bowling when ducks are involved. They're less good than the big balls.
we had a.
Sex was like
After you.
Sex was like bowling. It's popular for birthday parties.
We had a sex with me. It's like a baby shark from the audience. You'll be doing me all night long.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That one's good.
Oh, wait, I have one for bowling. Sex with me is like bowling. In New England, they like it skinnier.
Oh,
Didn't have the follow through on that one, but you get the idea.
Sex with me is like bowling. You used your dominant hand.
Sex with me is like bowling. Just I'll handle your balls in an alley.
Sex with me is like bowling in New England. I'll perform Candle Pingus.
Sex with me is like bowling. I prefer my balls to be 5 pounds or heavier.
Sex with me is like bowling. I'm not really good with aim, so I just sort of throw it between my legs.
Sex with me is like bowling. We're gonna have to use bumpers.
Sex with me is like bowling. You can have your birthday party and everyone gets to touch me.
Oh, no. All right.
Sex with me like bowling. You're gonna get a turkey. I don't know.
All right. I think with that, it's probably about time to start the show. Let's introduce our cast because we didn't really do that yet. We got Mr. Michael Trainer, Shion, Meg. We got Liz Tchaikovsky. We got Devin Quinlan. And we got Mike Laderman. Here we are. We're all here to do some comedy for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We decided to flip things up and do the Sex With Me at the top of the show. Thank you very much for your suggestions, guys. We'll be using them through the rest of the show tonight. Some little technical notes. We have like a lot of fun things you guys can do in the overlay this season. So there's like highlighting messages. So if you highlight your messages using channel points, those donuts, you can have them appear on the screen like this. Use that. With great power comes great responsibility. That's all I got to say. So use it wisely. You can also put GIFs in the top corner. If you hover over on the desktop version, you can enter the Giphy search, and you can pop little GIFs up in the corner of our screen, like right where those pop up there. And yeah, we have closed captioning now, which is great. There you go. Yeah, what else? Oh, also, if you feel the need, you can spam the chat as much as you want with emotes, and they will blow up our screen and rain down on us like so. Oh, there's some balls.
Happening.
There is some balls getting washed right there. All right. So, how's everybody doing? How was everyone's weekend? Or wait, it's about to be the weekend. Oh, time means nothing.
Such a man of leisure.
Yeah, really.
Just felt like it was the weekend already.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
It's always the weekend somewhere, right? That's what they say.
That's what Jimmy Buffett says.
That's what they
You
say.
know, it's got to be the weekend somewhere. That's what.
Hey.
that's how time zones work, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
there's a whole week of time in between us and the people on the other
Yep.
side of the planet.
Well, we're not. Yeah, we're not. We never expand it to other planets. I'll bet it's like different days of the week
Yeah,
on different planets.
They're day zones, I believe.
Mm.
Day zone.
Gotta be the weekend on Mars.
So how have people been tracking their time? Like, if you really were forced, if someone pushed you to remember what you did on Tuesday, could you?
I write a minute by minute diary, so I'm all set. I bring a pad and pencil, and I'm just logging everything.
I mean, my work makes me track my time, and it's terrible. So
Oh,
I
man.
do understand what I'm doing during my work day. But in terms of leisure time, it's definitely a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the true answer is I just look at my calendar, and I can go back, and it's all there. Everything's listed out.
That's true. Like, work stuff does kind of like help just kind of provide structure.
Gives a little structure, yeah.
To
Or
life.
like any recurring thing you have during the week. Like Tuesday is my family Zoom night, so I usually
Aw,
yeah.
that's cute.
If anyone wants to join that family Zoom, I'll be putting the link up on the chat.
Yeah,
Pew,
Meg,
pew,
way to plug the family Zoom.
Yeah, that's my plug for this week is the Weech family Zoom. So if you're interested, just hit me up. They're real nice, Maryland based mostly, some South Carolina.
Just
You're gonna get actual messages.
Old Bay, let's go.
make sure you set your name as something like Bob or Doug, and they'll think it's part of the family. Just FYI, to get past
Are we
the.
teaching people how to Zoom bomb?
yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
I mean, it's one of the things we do. I think we're here to teach people to Zoom bomb and to laugh.
It's a
In that
service.
order. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh no, there it is.
I didn't set up a Bernie for me, but everyone else can get Bernied, but I can't get Bernied. Oh well.
Can you Bernie us all at once? What would that look? Oh,
I just
wow.
wow.
Oh my
Bernied
God.
everybody.
My
Bernie's-
mom got into. I was surprised. I will say, I was surprised that my mom got into it. On Facebook.
Is she more of an
multiple-
Elizabeth Warren gal?
Well, no, but multiple Bernie memes
Was she
were
in,
posted.
Yeah,
And
my dad sent me a bunch because there's like that Google map
Yep.
bot.
It crossed from like our world to theirs. It kind of makes me uncomfortable. I feel like most things that are funny online are ours, you know?
It's like Bernie reaches across generations.
Yeah.
You know, reaches a hand across the aisle
you
to
know what?
everyone.
It really
of
was.
all ages.
I think it was the mittens.
Yeah, they were
People love-
handmade by a teacher in Vermont
People
out of
love
recycled
mittens.
materials.
People wanted them mittens.
So
This one didn't do as well, but my favorite one was just the unedited side-by-side comparison of Bernie and Larry David sitting front row at a basketball game. And they had both had the exact same pose. Like, it was no Photoshop necessary to make the point. They're just the same. It was great.
I mean, that was very good casting on SNL's part, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, they're
They
old
did good.
friends too, I think, right? They know each other from back in the day.
Aren't they related?
Oh, really?
Aren't they like distant? I got to look that up. Hold
I
on.
believe it.
Are you sure one isn't a clone of the other?
Ooh, conspiracy theory. Yes.
You never know.
All right,
You
so
never know.
let's get this beast
Yeah,
started.
they're distant cousins. They're distant cousins.
That's hilarious.
Let's leave the Bernie behind.
Oh no.
Is that Baby Shark?
Baby
Is that
Shark.
Let's see, Devin. Let's just have Devin out here. I think I'm gonna everybody mute your headsets or whatever except for Mr. Devin.
Oh boy.
We're gonna talk.
What's this?
Devin, we're gonna talk for a minute. You, me,
Uh-oh.
and a Bernie
in
makes
trouble?
3. We're just gonna talk for a minute. Devin.
Okay.
Wait, is this a challenge?
Yes, the secret mission, Mike.
Well, you didn't say take my headphones off.
I did.
Just
I don't want you to be able to hear me. All right, Devin. So you have a secret
Yeah.
mission.
Okay.
During the course of the show, you have to
Yeah.
get somebody to take gum from you. Mimed, obviously, because
Okay.
but that's it.
Okay.
You just have to get somebody to
How
take some.
how quickly can I do it? Can I do it immediately?
Oh, you can do whatever you want. If you can pull it off. Bernie is listening, by the way. So Bernie's watching and listening. All right, let's bring everybody
Right.
back. Come on, guys, come on back in. All right. Thank you very much. We got our secret mission all set up. It's gonna be a hard one. Oh no, we need Mike back. Oh no, Mike. All right, we got him.
I was sending Bernie gifs.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we got our secret mission. We played our little open. Let's play our first game of the night. That is Challenge. We haven't played this one in a long time. It's one of my favorite games. We're gonna have a challenge, a debate, if you will, on a topic. I'm gonna go back into our one-word suggestions and get us a good topic here. Ooh. All right. The suggestion is a postage stamp. So we're going to have a debate on, we can just say the broader sentiment of the postal system. Does anyone have any opening remarks to start the debate?
I do.
Yes, Liz, let's hear it.
Here's my opinion. I think that all stamps should be forever stamps. Like, I don't understand why there's a distinction between regular postage stamps and forever stamps. And I think it's kind of a scam. It's like, just charge us a flat price for all stamps.
Challenge.
Yes, Meg, what do you have to say?
The distinction between regular postage stamps and forever stamps is that when you double up, you can get to specific prices because different things cost different money.
Interesting. Okay, let's hear more about that.
Well, I mean, if you're sending a package, it's based on its weight. So, if you had one 34-cent stamp versus a forever stamp, which could be anything, you can get an exact number.
Challenge. A forever stamp can't be anything. It has to be a stamp.
Okay, Mike, let's hear it.
Forever stamps, it can't be butter or something, or I don't know, like a book.
Challenge.
Yes, Mike. Other Mike, what do you have to
can
say?
you can carve butter into anything. So butter could be a stamp. Butter could be a Tommy gun. Butter could be me. I could be butter. I might be butter this whole time.
Mike, I want to hear how the ways you could be butter.
Well, one, because of this camera, you don't know if I'm not just melting by my feet, which I could be, very well could be. Two, my complexion is butter-like. If you look at the color of butter, it's not that dissimilar.
Challenge.
Yes, Meg.
I can't believe Mike is butter.
Just because you can't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. Continue, Mike Trainer.
Fair.
Oh, also, you don't know how I do on a toasted piece
Challenge.
of bread.
Yes, Mike Laderman.
I can't believe Mike is butter. Spray.
I'll allow it. Go, Mike Laderman.
Look at that tall glass of butter. You could put a little bottle spray top on them and spritz them all over the place. You could put them on toast. You could put them on a window and wipe them off. You could really put them anywhere.
Challenge.
Yes, Shion.
Window panes kind of look like stamps.
Whoa. Yes, please continue.
Yeah, so window panes kind of look like stamps. So when you think about it, houses are actually the mail system of the universe. When we move from one house to another house, we're like mailing ourselves from place to place. So that's actually what mail is. And when we
Challenge.
Yes, Dad.
Houses are a place for dogs to live.
Wow. I don't know. Shion was really dropping some truth on us just then. I got to hear
You
more.
don't like dogs?
I
You don't
wanna
like
hear-
dogs, Chris?
I want to hear more what Shion has to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so when we started sending packages and mail with postage stamps, we were actually just trying to recreate the sensation we feel when we move from one person's house to another person's house.
Challenge.
Okay. Devin, did you say challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think email should cost money.
All right, explain yourself.
So stamps make sense. There's a value to being able to communicate with someone else. And it's not in, you have what's given to you, which is your voice. But if you want to do something else, it requires you to give something up. And we've come up in this society, we've figured out how to get around having to give something up to communicate. And that's just wrong. If you're going to send me an email, you should have to pay
Challenge.
Yes,
money.
Liz. Yes, Liz.
Every time I've interacted with an employee of the postal office, I actually give up something to communicate, and that's my dignity.
Tell us more about your dignity.
There's this one woman at my local post office who's like super, super rude. She just like I get it. It doesn't seem like a fun job. And I'm not one of those people who's like, if you're behind the counter, you have to smile at me and like, be like perfect at customer service. But like literally she's just like dead in the eyes and just looks like she could murder me at any
Yes,
moment.
Mike Trainer.
You don't know if that person isn't just rancid butter.
Just melting at the bottom.
That was
That's right.
Oh,
Behind the
boy.
counter.
man. Wow. That was
Drippy
pretty
little
crazy.
lady.
Drippy little lady. Whoa. Ah.
She has no
man.
drip.
I had a question for you guys. Does anybody have anything they want to quickly plug?
Well, tomorrow, if you're a fan of happiness and joy, I'll be part of a sleepover with some friends over at 2MB Studios at around the same time. So 10 Eastern, if you want to join our middle school sleepover, come on down. All are invited.
All right, that sounds like a good time. They have a lot of good shows on 2MB. So tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, 2MB Studios. It's on Twitch. It's the sleepover show. It's gonna be really fun. How about you, Devin? What you got?
I am running another improv show at 2-ish, maybe 2:30 or 3 Eastern in the afternoon tomorrow on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Devin's channel. We're going to be doing 2-person improv scenes with my friend Nate Davis. He's coming over. And I got some lav mics, and we're gonna do some scenes, man. Long form improv. We're bringing it back, baby. 2021.
Oh, I like the setup you have because it's like very like it's a room that you're in. It's not like a tight shot of anyone's head. It's very much
Yeah,
like
you can
looking
see
at
my
the stage.
socks on my carpet. It's a whole thing.
Anybody else got anything on plug?
I do. Actually, also on 2MB Studios, a few hours before Shion's sleepover party is going to be a live table read of a show, actually a podcast called Feminist Romance Novel Podcast Live. It was originally a staged production at Improv Boston that sold out back in 2017. And we're basically reviving it as like a a podcast. So
And what
it's gonna
time
be
is
really
that?
fun.
What's
That is going to be at 8 p.m., I believe.
all right? I'm gonna try and type this as fast as I can. Feminist romance novel live at 2MB tomorrow at 8 Eastern. All right. Oh, and I can't type. Anyway, so 2MB Stucio.
Stucio.
I actually have another
Yeah.
2MB plug for Sunday.
I'll do it.
Sunday,
Uh,
Sunday.
Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. They're launching a sketch show. I've got a sketch. Jan's got a sketch. Alumnus of your show, Connor Allen, is doing something. I'm not sure what. If he's doing a character or something, but it's a sketch show where the host is lost in the internet. So first episode drops again this Sunday at 8 p.m. at 2MB on Twitch.
There's a
So
lot of good
very
stuff
excited.
this weekend on the channel. Whoa, all right, that's really
Yeah,
good.
because we got something at 8 p.m. Eastern too, but
Oh crap!
no, it's okay. You guys can. Ours is
I would
the
rather you watch. I'd rather they watch yours because ours
Yeah.
is a podcast too. So
Unlocking the Cage will come out as podcast on Tuesday following. This
Yeah.
week's movie is 2017's Mom and Dad, a horror comedy heavy on the horror, not so much the comedy.
I did not laugh.
Oh
we-
no!
It was a little disturbing, but we'll talk about that 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern with LA filmmaker Adam Bradshaw.
Or Tuesday on wherever you want to find a podcast. Okay, so
Cool.
is that all it for plugs? We all good on plugs?
I'm not doing anything except Tuesday night. Meg's family Zoom. I will be there, and I will be Bob, and it's going to be a good time.
So you heard it, guys. Bob's taken. You got to go with George, Nick, Ray, or Philip.
Susan?
Hey.
Susan is.
I feel like Susan's like a good bet.
Cheryl,
I
Cheryl.
got one more, Chris.
Sandra.
Oh,
Ellen.
Meg has another plug. Oh, Meg has another show.
Yeah, there's Thursdays, the Corey and the Wong Notes, which is a sketch / music show that I worked on with a couple people some of who you guys might know, is coming out. We had an episode on Thursday that I really liked a lot. So if you search for Corey Wong on YouTube, you'll find it.
It's really good. I watched the episode 2 today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's
like- it was great.
The production quality is like
They did so good.
fantastic. Yeah,
They
it's
did
really
so
good.
It's
Yeah.
like a real show.
It's a real show. I was kind of bummed it was only 10 minutes long, actually.
I know. I was like, "Ooh, this one's fun," and then it was just over.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a mix of like comedy sketches and musical acts, akin to the John Mulaney special he did on a much shorter version of
Oh,
that.
the Lunchbox
Yeah,
Kids?
yeah.
Also, not as
Sack
we,
lunch
not as
Lunch
we,
sack. Yeah,
I wish we could hit that.
It kind of has that vibe.
Yeah.
I got some bad news, everybody. Well, first thing first, audience. I obviously have this new overlay. Meg's Hollywood now. We got bills to pay, and that means we have to run some commercials. All right, so I'm sorry, guys. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Oh, what horror is in my life! My arms are only marshmallows. My legs are marshmallows. My head is a marshmallow. Why, God, did you bring me into this world to taunt me with food that I can't eat? Oh, I wish I could see my family, but instead I have these marshmallow eyes and this doughy, ugly body. Oh, just kill me, family, so I can see my own beyond. Oh.
Janice. Oh, Janice isn't here, but at least I have this corn. What's happening? It's the spirit of Janice come back from the dead. Oh, Janice is seeing me from the beyond, and she knows I took her corn, but I took her pearls. That's right. No more corn for you, lady. We got total annihilation. You think you were going to have some sort of strawberry situation where you could have enjoyment and shelter? No.
Have you ever been walking in the park with your ducks when a family rides by on their scooters and you think, my, I wish I had a family? Well, Clorox can help you with that because Clorox will clean up your dirty, dirty clothes that are preventing you from being loved by anyone. Clorox will put you on a little spinny thing with your best friend and eat some ice cream. Previously, that girl thought you were so dirty, so very, very dirty. But now you're clean. Clorox for friendship and family.
Oh man, oh yeah, oh chocolate, oh yeah, oh god, I haven't had sex in so long. Chocolate, yes. Okay. Oh, there's more. Oh my god, there's more. Look at that chocolate. Wow, wow, it's breaking apart. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Hey, did we make eye contact? Look at that. Oh, hey, wait, are you single? Because we're both really horny for this chocolate. Oh yeah. Are we in the same room? I can't tell. Look, oh chocolate. Oh toast. Just yeah.
Oh my God, look, it's a dog. No, it's not, son. It's Bisquick. Okay, Bisquick is biscuits that are quick. It's in the fucking name, all right? Figure it out. Look at these quick biscuits. I already pulled them out. It's been 1.5 seconds, okay? Eat that shit and like it. Yeah, put butter on it because it wasn't buttery enough. Put jam on that shit. You can put anything on that shit. I put my own shit on that shit and then I flush it down the toilet because I put everything on my biscuits because they're so quick.
One time I was going down the schoolyard and met my big friend Big Red, and he kissed my wife and took her away somewhere far away in a race car in an inner tube. Anyway, maybe things are frozen and I don't know what's going on, but all I know is my granddaughter's still happy. I like old cars and watching people kiss because it reminds me of when I was young. Oh, I need help. Oh, miss my.
Thank you for being so patient for that commercial break, everybody. Help us keep the lights on.
So
That last one was
yes.
real depressing, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
That guy needs some real. I feel like Big Red is such a shitty gum. You know what I mean? Like
That man's some juicy fruit.
right here. Someone give me some
Zebra
juicy
stripe.
fruit. Give me some through the computer.
I really felt for him when frozen
Does
his inner
anyone
tube.
want some juicy
Yes,
fruit?
please.
And he did it!
Oh, is it the shrimp?
Oh,
He accomplished
was
the
seamless.
secret mission. That was, he got my little alley-oop there with the commercial. Well done, sir. Well done. You got your, you got it. You did it. Great
Was it
job.
That
just
was
to
a
get
real.
people
That
to
was a real
pass?
alley-oop. You
Yeah.
put it
Was
at the end. You segued me. Oh man.
Oh, we lost Liz.
So what was the challenge?
He had to get someone to take a piece of gum from him.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that really was an alley-oop.
I
I just
forgot
thought it
if
was
it
like
was-
to get anybody to pass anything. But
I forgot if it was give gum or get gum. So when you didn't ding the bell after the first one, I realized I got it backwards.
I thought
Give
you
a
did.
gum, get a gum.
Well, I thought you were doing something genius, which I would have never thought of, which was to ask for gum first, because it seems so natural after asking for it to just give it to somebody else. So I
It
thought that
looked
was
like a first follower deal.
yeah,
Here we was.
well done.
Freedom, power, make it seem like someone else started the pattern.
Oh, I had to follow the pattern. I could not. You just asked me what I got. I'd be like, that's weird.
Okay, so let's try a group game. It's a really quick one. We're gonna all try to I was gonna say crap at the same time. Want to try that
all
one?
right.
No, we won't do that one. All
Nope. All right.
right. We're all gonna try
already
to.
started.
Oh no.
Easy butter spray.
Oh no. Oh. All right. Well, they can't see that part of us, so it doesn't matter.
That's a big binder clip. I just want to call that out.
I'm gonna give.
That's a huge binder clip.
privacy.
I'm trying to get it to keep my microphone on because if I don't, it goes wildly.
That thing is huge.
It's a big binder clip.
Here, Meg, I have something. I have something really sticky I can give you. You want to use it?
Sure, thanks.
Oh wow! It happened again. Oh shit! Wrong button.
Yeah, how many times can we do the challenge?
I mean, you can literally do that for the rest of your life. You can hand people gum your whole life.
So long as I get a musical outro, I'm fine
Oh,
doing
okay, yeah.
that.
Oh, and
Anyone thirsty?
oh, there you go.
Oh, thanks.
Whoa.
Let's have a little drink party. We don't do
So
enough
sorry,
of
what was the group game?
I think this is it, right?
I think we just made it up.
Okay.
Real quick.
that. We're all going to try to clap at the same time. We're going to try it once. Actually, we'll try it twice.
You gonna count us off?
No.
All right.
Because what would be the challenge there?
Fair.
That's a good point.
So everybody make eye contact. Let's wait till this lag settles down. I got to figure out this lag. Oh my God. All right. Everybody take a deep breath together. Keep your hands about the same distance apart as everybody else has. Keep your eyes on the screen. And just focus. And don't think about when you're supposed to clap. Don't even think about it. We're just going to do it at the same time. It's going to feel right.
Nope.
I just
went for it.
I just followed Meg.
I
Well,
followed
there
Meg.
they
We were
are.
all late.
It's funny. It's funny though, because what it looked like to me was Meg went, I went, and then everyone else went at the exact same time.
Yeah.
That's true. A lot of people did do it at the same time,
Yeah.
but not everybody.
So that
We
was
all
pretty good.
saw Meg do it and then did it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that wasn't bad. I'll call that a win. We did it.
Okay.
All right. I should put like a "we did it" thing. Like, we did it. That'd be kind of fun. I gotta put that in my notes. I'm gonna do a "we did it" thing. Okay. All right, guys. So that brings us to our next game of the evening. This is gonna be an interesting one. It is. We're calling it documentary. We're calling it documentary, and we're gonna do a documentary on a fictitious historical event. So if anyone can give us a fictitious historical event, like a significant event from history that never happened, like the first time they drove a Jeep on the moon, like an actual Jeep. That was a bad example. The first time they I don't know.
Perfect example. What
Yeah,
are you talking about? Perfect.
I'm not coming up with the examples. You guys are. So that's just come up with whatever you can for a fictitious historical event.
The storming of the first ever Apple store.
Yes.
The arrival of the first aliens.
There you
Perfect.
go. Wait, that's fictional?
Mm.
When they finally caught the butterfly magnum, the magnum butterfly,
The Magnum butterfly.
means it's a big butterfly.
Like Mothra big or like
When
smaller?
they
Yeah.
built
Yeah,
the
like Mothra.
largest ever fake cactus.
All right, we got one in the
they-
chat. When they
Oh, we got
discover,
one.
we got when they
Oh, I
discovered
like
the
this one.
color blue. So, guys, we're gonna see a documentary about the discovery of the color blue. Hello, my name is John Turlington. You know, a lot of people don't know about the color blue. They associate it with the famous music or the color of the sky. But you know, blue wasn't always blue. We owe blue to the discoverer of the color blue, and this is their story. To learn the full story, though, we have to go back to where it started. To a little shoe shop in Maine, and the little couple that ran it.
Yeah, so we were just cobbling like we do every weekend.
Every weekend.
And it was we our shoe shop is a weekends only thing.
Only weekends.
My wife and I just cobbling, and Sharon over here had this really great idea. She looked at me and was just like, what if these shoes were differentiated by color?
Yeah. We use sizes. We use the type of the way that you bind the shoe to your foot,
Mhm.
whether it's like a lace clip, whether there are eyelets involved, whether there's some sort
So
of
many
open
eyelets.
eye, so many different options. But I thought, wouldn't it be snazzy if you could change the colors of your bottom feet,
So-
just like you do with hats on your heads?
And we just started listing the colors, and we said red, orange, yellow, green, purple.
Exactly. the only colors that existed at the time. And I thought, well, why? What if you feel a little bit purple, but a little bit green? And so I got to work.
And they
Sure.
did
I
get to
was
work.
researching. Yeah.
They got to work and they researched and researched and researched. And they traveled across the United States in search of answers as to what this other color could be. And that took them to the small fishing village in eastern Pennsylvania, the home of the three famous fishermen that the world knows, of course. And here's their story.
Yeah, you know, we're pretty good at fish. We're pretty good at fishing.
Yeah,
That's kind of-
we all fish. We're good at fishing.
So we were looking at the ladder, and you know, they were fishing it.
there's always fish in the water, but we were looking at it a little bit in a different light, you could say.
We're looking for some fin tuna. At the time, we called it fin tuna.
Turns out the trout, because it's a lake. But
Yep.
we thought they were tuna at the time.
Yep.
And now we go to the historic meeting of the shoe cobbler couple and the fisherman.
Yeah, it was a really good time. You know, we got to talking about colors and fish, and we got a couple drinks in us, and you would have thought that we were having a hootenanny and not a research conversation.
I was looking up. I didn't know my own feet from my own hands.
And that is unfortunately when tragedy struck. Dr. Ernest Faust discusses the tragedy of that night.
What they didn't realize is when you have 5 people in any room, there is a differential imbalance in the universe and something is going to fall. That's why anytime you go to a restaurant, you'll see that there are tables of 6 and there are tables of 4 and there are tables of 8, never 5. These 5 fools were in a restaurant, they were meeting together, and all of a sudden, the earth just tilted just a little bit and they all fell to one side of the room. It was very bad. They all had very big bruises and cuts on their heads, so we had to rush them all the way to the ER. Unfortunately, there are an even number of people in the ER, and the odd plus the even made it odd, so then everyone in the ER fell down because it was an odd number of people in the ER. You can't have an odd number of people in rooms, people. So once one of them died, not the 5 that we talked about, but one of the other people that we don't care about, we had an even number of people in the room and we could finally recover. But people, don't go into a room if there are 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, unless you have a buddy. Keep it even. Keep it even.
So now we go back to the couple to talk about their dramatic recovery.
So Sharon got a big old bruise on her noggin, and I got one on my cobbling hand, which set me off. You know, I was out for weeks, and Sharon looked at me and said, "Well, you're all black and
I was pretty sad at the time. You know, we had gone through such a horrendous and horrific situation, and it just came out of my mouth all at once. I said, "You're all black and blue." Normally, I'd say you're all black and kind of purpley splotchy all over, but you know, blue just came out, and we locked eyes and we knew we had something. You know.
In the adjacent hospital room, the 3 fishermen overheard the conversation. Oh shit.
Yeah, we were sharing a hospital bed.
All 3 of us in a hospital bed together, like, you know, the grandparents from Willy Wonka.
And there were 3 of us. Yeah, but
3 of us.
But there was a nurse there, so nothing fell.
Tell them how we were arranged in the bed.
So I was in the middle.
Yeah. So
head to toe.
Right. I was the odd man out. My head was at the bottom of the bed, and it was like a Tempur-Pedic style bed, so the heads were up, and Horace and Mithra, they had their heads at the other side, and their heads were up.
Yeah.
Anyway, we heard them talk.
Yeah, we heard him. We heard him talking. We heard them say that they were bruised like they were black and blue, and we thought, what is that?
I thought I misheard it because my head was in the bottom of the bed with all the covers over my face.
Yeah, you were smelling our feet. They didn't smell so good. That was
Yeah, and
really a weird choice. Why? Talk them through your choice to lay around like that, because I remember that was a weird that you made that choice. I still don't understand it.
I don't think I deserve better than that.
Oh, I see. That's right. Yeah, self-hatred.
Got some self-esteem issues. Horace can speak to that. Horace is the strong, silent type. He doesn't need any reassurances.
Nope, I don't need any of those. But what we did need is to write a song, and so I wrote a little ditty, and I was like, "What do we call this?" It's kind of sad.
It had like a good riff to it.
It was 12 bars.
It was like.
I was like, I don't know, like, let's call it the blues. It just came out. I heard it.
Dr. Horace Nindelbaum discusses the blues.
It's a 3-chord structure, which is usually a problem in nature because you want it to be even, but there are 3, and that's why it just keeps feeling all broken and disheveled, and that's why all blues musicians are sad. If you gave a blues musician a 4th chord, their life would come together, their significant other would go back into their lives, and it would just be all better.
And now, for the first time since that fateful day, all of the people are brought back together again. Even Dr. Horace Nindelbaum, to just say hi for the first time ever in a long time. What's it like, guys, to see each other?
You all grew. You're all taller.
Yeah, what happened?
How did that happen? You guys, I thought you were all adults. You're some of you 3 or 4 inches taller.
Well, some of it is our special shoes. I mean, once I got my cobbling hand back.
Yeah, I love these suede shoes you made.
They're blue.
These
Blue.
We all have a little
suede shoes.
Blue
Whoa,
suede
wait,
shoes.
what's that? There's something behind me. It's changing color.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Will you look at that?
It's blue.
I thought maybe my eyes were off.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Gotta use the tools at your disposal,
All right. Wait, Devin, did you show the crowd your stream deck?
Oh yeah, this is cool. I have a stream deck set up. I'm not even the one streaming. I'm just on Zoom, but I can do all kinds of cool stuff. Green machine.
That's what
Purple,
a professional
Nurple, Blue Man Group.
Are those Philips Hue? What are those?
It's
bulbs?
Philips Hue. Yeah, it's
Nice.
I made the. I
Our
didn't.
new sponsor.
I'll be honest. I used to have kind of I used to look down on people who had colored lights. Because I thought that's kind of lame. They're not. They're kind of nice. Like I kind of like having them. They add. It's like sometimes you don't want a bright normal light. You want like something different that's a colored light, like
set the mood.
Well, let me
like the
show you.
moon. Yeah, it's like it is. It's like having the sun versus the moon is having normal lights versus hue color lights.
Now, when you walk around, you see someone with like colored lights, or you're like, huh, nice. Also, are those Philip Hughes? Those look like Philip Hughes. Those gotta be.
You yell into their open window.
Hughes?
Guys, you gotta stop. I was about to do this. Tonight's episode's brought to you by Smart Gear Colored Lights. Yeah, they gave me like $600.
Chris, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Chris. I thought when we did the commercials, we were done with.
No, I had a real commercial. Like this episode.
Wait,
they were
I'm
gonna.
sorry. How much trouble are you and Meg in? Like
Well,
financially?
we're not.
You guys okay?
Oh, Chris has all this on his own shoulders.
No, it's.
Do we need to show our nipples?
We have
so
such
the stream
light
gets deleted?
shoulders.
No, guys, this was gonna go to charity. The charity's not gonna get the money now, Devin. I don't know why. Anyway, Smart Gear Colored Lights, they're not as good as Philip Hue lights, yeah, and they're a third the price, and yeah, they do blink a lot and shut off and don't turn on at the right time, and yeah, you can't really use them with a stream deck. You can only use them with a tin can attached to a shoddy wire. And yeah, the back is the front, is the back. You don't know what side you're supposed to look at. Yeah. Anyway, that's the copy. I just read the copy.
That's like the copy they sent you?
Yeah, that's
Did
the
an
copy.
undergrad write that? Come on. What was that?
Devin, our show is also brought tonight by undergrads.
We're
Oh my
sponsored by
God. I
undergrads.
cannot win tonight.
God damn. Undergrads. They're not quite grads. They're under them. I don't know.
Is that the copy?
Yeah,
That's the I read the copy. I'm just reading the
God.
copy they gave us.
You're
What
really
is
good
that?
at reading copy though. Snappy.
Why don't they call postdocs overgrads?
Is this a joke?
Because they're not over it. That's why they're still in school.
Hmm.
Hey.
Oh, wait, I have a button for that. I was like, wait a minute. Well, guys, we got through the show. Like, that was the show. Let's do a little quick lightning round. Sex with me. I'm gonna throw 68 seconds on the clock. We got 4 minutes left in the thing. Let's grab one of these later one-word suggestions. We got advertising. Yeah, actually crossbow. Ooh, I like crossbow. Sex with me is like crossbow. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's do it.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. A lot of medieval men like to poke holes in me.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. You're gonna want to reload.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. I'm going to kill you the old-fashioned way.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. Watch out for the pointy end.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. You gotta pull hard until it clicks.
Sex with me is like a crossbow, a faster version of the real thing.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. There's no reason that you should have it. Just stop it.
Sex with me is like crossbow, redefined warfare.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. I keep things taut.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. All the weird kids at camp were into it.
Sex with me is like a crossbow, Joffrey from the whatever. Yeah, never mind.
Sex with me is like a crossbow. It takes a lot of arm strength.
All right, we did it. We got our
That was a hard
little
one.
lightning. Yeah, I know crossbow was harder than I thought it would be. Well, speaking of harder than I thought it would be, that was Sex with Me, and that's our show. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and have a nice weekend. Enjoy this new America we live in with a new president. Things are looking up
We'll
all over
see.
the place.
We'll
Hey,
see.
knock on wood. Hey, we dodged
What
fascism.
do you know, Liz?
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Liz, what do you know? What do you
What
You have
know?
to
you
tell
know?
us.
You have to tell us, Liz.
Liz, if you're not gonna tell us, tell Bernie. Oh no, she's
Oh,
gone.
no!
They silenced
They
her.
took her. They took
her.
Liz.
They took her. The Bernies took Liz. All right, she's gone for real. Oh no, they took Shion too. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, Mike's gone now too.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no. Oh god. Who's next? Who's
Oh,
next?
shit.
Meg's gone. Oh god. Oh no, they took Mike Trader. Devin,
It's just
just me and
it's just
you
you
now.
and me now, man.
And
Hey, do you want a piece of this gum?
There we go.